Okay, this will be a map contest review of Lost and Found, one of the finalists of the Team Blue Map Contest 10 of the standard category. Route of the gate, well, like most of the standard maps in the standard category, there are like certain things that I can't, they're like solid maps, so I can't really pick off too many things. So I delve more into details of like level design. And obviously, like just for every single standard map, I need to mention the mineral lines in the main. The mineral lines in the main are not here in Lost and Found, they are not standard. So how to make a standard mineral line? Like this. That's it. This mineral line now allows for for worker stacking in these mineral patches in order to allow for easier defense of the base. And they also have the two spaces in order to allow for wrap around the back of the mineral line in case of like any drop or shenanigans. Regarding the aesthetic theme of the map, it looks okay. One of the things that I will, if I recall correctly, this map is from Shrek. So one of the things that I will seriously recommend is to pick a cliffing style for the main things. That could be like the Korean style, that like who does like Korean style? Well, other than Jackie, obviously, but there is the negative zero main base design, which is like ripped off of out of New Sunshine. Yeah, try to set up like a cliffing style, because that is like really jarring, at least for me, from a level design, from a level art. Those changes that I've been doing is like more for like cliffing things, but doesn't really have to do with like the actual level design of things. Yeah, regarding the natural base, it is well set up. There is like this that of smoke, steam, Vespian. Don't try to add those. Just try to make the map as clear as possible when it comes to resources, like as clear as possible. Clarity. It is the same fashion that, for example, when people add like Omni light to the Vespian geysers, try to avoid those, because when the mineral, once the Vespian geysers are mined out, they just produce their own different light red, and those like it is not a good meme. Regarding mineral lines, they are well positioned. Yeah, most of them are like standard, except just in the main. Why? Yeah, there is a good Reaper jump. Those are Karraks, which are units, and when units spawn inside the game, these Karraks should spawn like in playable areas and not in unplayable areas. So if you want to have like critters or whatnot in areas which are unplayable, you should swap the models for an actor and make it do that. You should swap the actor of another Dudat for the model of the Karrak inside of the data editor. The aesthetics of it, I think it looks great. Okay, the lighting of the maps has like caused some issues in the Team Blue Map contest, and that's something that I consider should be like very seriously looked upon. I'm not sure if the creator has like actually looked into it yet. Issues regarding the map itself. Any high ground like this needs to be decorated in order to make it very like instantly clear that you can't drop units on top of it. That is seriously very important. Regarding the third base and the alternative, yeah, it is like it is inside a very good distance of each other. The third base themselves are at, as I was saying, a solid distance from each other, like 40-ish. It's alright. One of the things that I really like about the map is this set of ramp with the 6x6 rocks, but it is not very well executed itself. This area like should be clearer about what is like potable or what isn't, regarding, for example, the cliff and such. If you do this, you could have like very easily have like removed one set of like the cliff is like not or having pushing it back like a little bit, but try to clean up the cliffing better. It looks fine, like the way that you made up the statics, it looks fine, but try to improve in the cliffing. The central path, the central attack path is like, I think it's very well put together. Like it reminds me a little bit of the Showcraft map that Engines of War that ICL and, if I recall correctly, Samro or Ferrisi made for the Showcraft of Total Biscuit. A little bit, except with the rocks, there is the cannon. But I really like the way that the center works. The spacing is also like solid. I think it could be improved a little bit, maybe eat up a little bit of these like low grounds, but besides that, it is like very well put together. Regarding the corner bases, I really like the one-sized ramps. It is not something that we see very often, but when we do, it's like cute to see them being used like that. I think it works like rather well for as an alternative because of its distance. It draws people towards the corner bases, even when people would like try to. It's a nice counterbalance to the counterclockwise expansion pattern. Regarding the force bases, the counterclockwise bases, it is maybe a little bit too close in comparison with the corner bases, but that's fine. Like it is a standard map, it is solid enough. I really like the amount of overlord. I am saying, okay, I really like the amount of overlord bots. My bias showing a little. Regarding the scouting, it's alright. The 3 best ping geysers for the main and natural. Third base with the rocks in there, excellent. It blocks like pathing. It is like people would like try to place them in here, but then armies can like in this way armies can't skirt around the edge in order to like snipe things. They need to like go around, and that makes them easier to control. I'm talking about like early mid game-ish armies, not like huge late game things. Openness, it is great, as I was saying. There is like maybe the rush distance, but even then this is like more of a macro-ish standard than anything else. It is a solid map all around. My main gripe will be like cliffing and lack of doodads in the high ground. That is something that I consider like stupidly important. Maps need to be, as I was saying, like instantly recognizable, especially in the esports scene. Other than that, the lightning, as I was saying, it needs to be like improved, and make sure that people like can play, for example, on hybrid settings. When players like go and edit their own like graphical settings in order to increase their own playability. I don't know. Mineral patch there that will avoid like any jumping, but because this is like a 5th base, no, not many people will notice if worker bounce from this one to this one across the back of mineral base. Regarding airspace, it is like I think you could have increased a little bit the area of the playable area, because airspace wise it is not really much of a problem. So yeah, I think that is basically it. There is the map itself is solid. My main gripes are like aesthetic and maybe a little bit of openness in certain areas. But yeah, I think that is basically what wraps up the Team Liquid map contest map review for the finalists. And by God, fix the cliffs. They drive me nuts. So yeah, guys, this has been the Team Liquid map contest map review of the Team Liquid map contest 10, the finalists. See you. I will continue to do like other map reviews and whatnot. So hope to see you around.